Good morning. We got a topic this morning. I was asked to talk about what I'm going through as a wife because there are some people out there in the similar situation and they may need some answers. I don't have them all, but what I do have, you're definitely going to need because you're going to learn a lot when people close their eyes. So, I have some new subscribers. Also, to try to keep it somewhat friendly, I'll introduce what it is that I am currently partaking of. But we're not going to go into detail on this video because this video is not for that. But if you want to know how you can shop, just drop down into some of the further videos. Like I was telling some of you guys, go down to the further ones. Look for the ones that say we have a delivery or something like that. Go in there. It'll show you, hold on. It'll show you exactly how your packaging comes, how fast it comes. I'll show you the packaging before I even open it, things of that nature. So go down up under these for that info. Now, currently, this will be a purple haze kind of day. Mood stabilizer. We'll talk. Let's get it going.
Before you even hear her speak, you feel her. A warmth that settles the air. A hush that makes your spirit sit up straighter. Because something sacred just walked in. She carries peace the way some folks carry perfume.
I know he here.
You smell it before you see it.
We could not
But don't
get
confuse
his
that
earring
fragrance for
to
fragility.
lay down, and so I've noticed a lot
Don't
of
mistake her
times
softness
this earring I will catch
for something you can stretch, bend, or break. Her softness is a signal, a sermon, a subtle, holy warning, wrapped in velvet. She loves like she's been taught by grandmothers who healed whole families with nothing but warm hands, slow prayers, and a pot of something simmering on the stove. She'll speak life into you in a tone so gentle you'll forget she's telling you the truth you've been running from. She'll hold your head on her lap like she's cradling a prophecy, and she'll whisper strength into your bones until you remember you were never meant to live small. But hear this, her tenderness is intentional, her softness is chosen, her love is deliberate, and she will not let you confuse access with ownership. She's the softest warning you'll ever meet. The warm embrace with the boundary beneath it. A gentle voice with a truth that cuts clean. A sanctuary with a gate that only opens for respect. She's the kind of woman who will pray for you at midnight.
Don't worry.
And still pack a
I'll
piece
put the song
and walk away by morning.
under the video.
If you ever make her feel unsafe, she'll give you grace, but she won't give you ground to drag her across. She'll forgive you, but she won't forget herself in the process. She'll listen to your wounds, but she won't let you weaponize them. She'll help you heal, but she won't let you hide behind hurt to justify harm. She's soft, but she's not a surface for your chaos. She's kind, but she's not a container for your carelessness. She's loving, but she's not losing herself to make you comfortable. There's a moment, you'll know it when you see it. When her eyes change, not hard, just clear, not cold, just certain. That's when you realize her softness was never weakness. It was mercy, it was patience, it was the last gentle reminder before the boundary arrived. now, she'll still speak softly, but the message will sharpen. She'll still love deeply, but the access will narrow. She'll still be warm, but the door will close. If you ever forget that she is God's daughter before she is anybody's peace, she is the lullaby and the lightning, the balm and the blade, the open hand and the closed gate. She can rock you to sleep and wake you up to your truth in the same breath. She can be the safest place you've ever known,
I forgot one thing before I stop.
and the lesson you never forget if you mishandle her. Because she's built from softness that survives storms. She's made of tenderness that learned to grow teeth. She's a warning wrapped in warmth, not to fear her, but to honor her. She's the softest warning you'll ever meet. A gentle soul with a steel-lined spirit, a warm light with a shadow that protects her. A woman who can love you deeply and still walk away gracefully if you ever forget that her softness is sacred.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. That is called One of One, the Velvet Testimony. I will drop that link underneath this video. But what I was told that they would like me to talk about is what happens to the wife. Yeah, what happens to the wife after death? Or we just gonna say the partner. Now, I imagine it probably goes the same regardless, okay? But I do know a lot of women, we catch it the hardest. Well, women, first and foremost, let me tell you something. You don't allow anybody to change the hierarchy because it's their family or it's their family's possessions. If you are the wife of the descendant, when he or she close their eyes, everything pertaining to he or she is now yours. Not your children. It belongs to you first. See, then it's our job to go to the children and say, hey, y'all want to come get whatever you want of daddies? Okay? Then if you want to reach out to the nieces and nephews, the cousins, the grandbabies, you do so. But when he or she closes their eyes, don't let anybody tell you any different. Everything pertaining to he or she, when they close their eyes, belongs to you. Long as you were married on paper. Now, certain states like Texas, we do, what's those other kind of marriages where you could just be to live together so long, you considered, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's early. I done been up, taking the dogs out, whatever, to go get groomed and stuff. But anyway, it depends on your state and your laws. But here in Texas, okay, if you're here in the state of Texas and you have married into a family, and for whatever your reason, let's just say you guys had to move back into the family home, at which point you guys move in, do understand that is now considered your marital home. Yes, even though it is the home of the parent you're going to move in to help, the fact that you and your spouse share a roof, whether it's by sheet shed or house, everything is yours. Now, pertaining to the home, a lot of you may be in a situation such as mine, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I will tell y'all this. Like I said, that home is considered your marital area. Anywhere you and your husband shared a space, okay? And it doesn't matter if it was for 6 months or 20 years. Okay? You do not have to allow anyone to come inside because they're family to move in. Okay? First and foremost, because see, when you're living in the family home, that's one of the first things that'll happen. People will want to come home and say, hey, I'm coming home, you know. Now, for me, when I found out my brother was coming home, I was excited. I was like, okay, cool, you know, good. But I still sat back and observed. If you want to know, because you're never going to know who exactly is for you, but when they close them eyes, if you sit back and stay silent, them wolves start unzipping them sheepskins. They start stepping right at it, right in front of you. And when I tell you, I am amazed. That's why my voice keeps fading in and out. I have got to, and I have promised God that I am not gonna continue with the chaos. I'm not gonna continue to argue because I have no need to. And that's what I got to remember. And that's what I need you as spouses to remember. You do not have to argue with anyone about your spouse's possessions, nor the roof in which you guys shared. Now, if you make the choice, like I had done, to allow them to move in, because at that time, there were threats about said property. Now, I'm no longer concerned about those threats. I can literally, if I watch you walk up here with the gas can, I am not concerned. Because God had already told me nothing is going to touch us here. So, I'm not worried about no fires, no gunshots, no kidnappings. Oh, y'all didn't think I knew about that one, did you? I'm not worried about none of that. Because I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. You guys really should be. I tell y'all what, though. This is gonna, you know what makes it harder? As much as I want to say the loss of my husband is the hardest part of it, y'all, I haven't even had a chance to grieve because there's chaos after chaos after chaos after chaos. Now, I don't get too involved in the chaos. If I have a question for anyone, they'll pretty much tell you. I come straight to you. I sit down, I look you in your face, and we talk. We talk, we raise our voices, whatever, we gonna talk. That's how I deal with stuff. I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't have time for rumors and bullshit. So, and lies. Oh my God. My poor babies called me, Mama, was the police called on you and let's just say my nephew? And I'm like, for what? Why would the police have been called on me and my nephew? Well, we was told y'all was out there fussing and fighting and see how fast lies turn? My nephew and I went to my nephew because I had got word, or which at that point was still a rumor, that he was one of the ones that was threatening. And so we were literally sitting up there talking, and our voices got raised. But had our voices not gotten raised, I wouldn't have never understood from where he was coming. See, he felt like when my husband died, that my husband left all this stuff in this yard on him. See, I didn't understand that until I heard him say that. And I heard the realness in behind his voice. And that's when I had to let him know. And I had to remind him, because somewhere everybody has forgotten the hierarchy. You're literally trying to step over wife, step over children, and just go straight into nieces, nephew, cousins, grandbabies, and whatever else. That's not how this works. So I literally had to let him know as calmly as I could, because now I had to pull back on my anger because I understand where he's coming from. He felt like, well, nobody gonna help him do anything around here. I get it because my husband felt that same way. See, when my husband needed that very same help, wasn't nobody here but like one or two people. My baby Mike, one but a couple of people. So I understand his load because my husband was walking around here with an even bigger one. So I pulled back on my anger because now I'm feeling his pain. Now at some point, I don't know when, like I said, we had somebody pull up, honey, and he walked off to go talk to the gentleman. I came on inside, came out the back and came to my shed, laid down, because like I said, I did quite a bit yesterday. I made myself move yesterday, y'all. I got up, I went and washed, I bathed Wilhelmina, I cleaned up my shed. I mean, I just moved yesterday, and so I was feeling pretty good, and everything. And so earlier that day, and this is why I'm telling y'all, be it woman or man, before you get excited and open your door, know who you're inviting into your home. I literally got up, like I said, I was having a good day, went to the grocery store to get my baby some things to eat in the house. Now, mind you, yes, everybody has been back and forth asking him, you hungry? What would you like? Would you like this, and this, and that? But I know him. So I got up and I went and got him some wraps. Something said, get him some milk and cereal. I don't know why, because I knew I had just purchased milk. So I go to the laundromat first, throw my clothes in the dryer, come home, call my baby, hey, mama's pulling up. And y'all, let me show you how something so small went kaboom. But had it not, we would continue to be living together. So I had to know. I guess that was kind of like God's way of saying, hold on. This may not be your protector. This may not be who you need to stand in favor of you. So I go to the water hose to turn on my water. And when I tell you that anger, baby, he was angry. And so I was okay until I heard him say, yeah, she got up and went and bought him something and pulled everybody else's stuff out of the refrigerator to put his stuff inside. So y'all, let me explain what I saw when I opened this refrigerator. And I'm going to explain something to y'all. I watched my husband's mother clean out refrigerators that were hers, and I watched her clean out refrigerators that were not hers. And the ones that were not hers, I know a lot of that stuff had to have sepsis because it was just covered by... Anyway, I opened the brand new refrigerator that I purchased for this household, and it's stuffed to the gill, y'all. I couldn't even put a small wrap container in there. My baby's milk, I picked it up and I said, why is it? I said, is your milk okay? He said, yeah, it should be. Y'all, I go to the sink, open the lid. Usually I turn it up and just taste it. My intuition said don't. I walked over to the sink, turned it, and that stuff said clunk, 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 clunk. Wasn't due to expire till the middle or till near the end of this month. So I'm like, one of my daughters just cleaned this refrigerator. Where did all of this? So I'm thinking that somebody came and dropped off a box, because I saw the box on the countertop in the kitchen. So now I'm pulling all this stuff out, pulling it all out. I went as far as to putting up the vegetables. There were vegetables. I went and put them in the freezers and things like that. But all that excess stuff, I put it in a box on the table. It was crowding the refrigerator. I mean, you literally couldn't, if you wanted to sit a lemon in that bitch, you couldn't. So when I heard him say that, I did not say nothing right off the street, y'all. I did not. I walked away. I prayed first. And then I walked and I said, hey, bruh. I wasn't angry. I wasn't combative. Nothing. I said, listen, I'm the one pulled all that stuff out that refrigerator because it was overcrowding and nothing was cooling. So my baby's milk had spoiled, as well as some other items. So I pulled all that stuff out of there and just put it back the way my daughter had it. So if anything of this, and I was going to tell him, if any of this is yours, before I can finish my sentence, he says, don't worry about it. I have already reordered one for this house. Now let me explain to y'all how it was here. This is why I'm telling y'all, you're going to get caught in a cross because family, it feels like, first of all, this is their family home. I get that. That's why I always promised mother I was going to do whatever I could to make sure to stay a family home, but it's going to be a respectable family home. Okay? So a lot of stuff is going on here that never went down when my husband's eyes were open, when my mother-in-law's eyes were open. I have a child in this house that still requires his mother to feed him, to see about him. And if I can't store my items, I have a problem with that. Because this refrigerator, the one that's in this house, has taken care of this entire household since we've been here. So it's a big boy. It's large. There was 5 adults in this house and a kid. And we had more than enough room for this one refrigerator. And I still got my brand new one. But to make a long story short, he goes on to say, well, I'm ordering another one regardless, and we're gonna put that one in the den, and or you could take that one out to your house. God let me see him. So that's why I'm here to tell y'all, you don't have to share your domicile with anyone. Right now I can't go into exact details as to why, and let's just say because there's too many nosy folks on here trying to understand what I'm doing. So that ain't none of your business. I'm honoring Miss Clara Lee Sanders. Just know that much. So you do not have to allow the family to come back in the home, because that is considered your marital home, whether you're staying on the side of it, in it, on top of it, underneath it, wherever. You don't have to allow any chaos in or around the premises. What I ended up doing, because like I said, we had a double funeral, what I ended up doing was out of respect to the other half of the funeral, well, to both sides of the funeral. But you don't even have to do that. They don't have to meet at the family home. They don't have to gather at the family home. They would have to find other places. You do not have to accept any of this. So let me get this clear. Yes, it is the family home, but you too have experienced the loss. So if you do not want company, if you do not want a gathering in your yard, you don't have to have one. You can have everybody removed. But I'm going to tell y'all what, you do it the godly way. I chose to do it the godly way. I allowed that because I know they needed each other. I allowed it because I knew everybody was hurt. Everybody was grieving. And this was a shock to us all. So, me and my empathetic behind, I chose the higher road. But within that higher road, I have learned so much, y'all. But I have learned that no, we're not going to be able to share a roof. with anyone at this time. A lot of things, I partake of cannabis, but Mom always had this thing, and again, on this one, I'm not gonna know no names, say no names, because you already know who you are. But Mom had a thing about every time she looked up, she was finding paraphernalia. And so when we moved in, she knew I also smoked, because I was always putting out candles or incense out of respect to make sure that no smell or anything. But it still just kind of bothered me, and it just I never got comfortable. So when we got the shed to bring our items home, I made me a smoke area, basically, because I felt more comfortable, and that was more respectful to her. So smoking in the house, as far as I've known, has never gone down. I think maybe it's just a dropping of stuff. But this house has never been a house where people smoke cigarettes and cannabis in, and nor will it be. But I keep walking in the house and the entire house is lit up. I keep looking for it. So that's why I'm saying, if you can't find somebody that's going to step in and support you, that's going to respect not just you, but everybody that's under the roof, be careful about who you are allowing to come inside. Now, lucky for me, everybody have a home to go to. I ain't putting nobody out on no street. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? They might be mad, but I'm not hurting nobody. Everybody already have a bed. Everybody already have a door. You understand what I'm saying? The protection, like I said, I appreciated it, but I didn't need it. I didn't need it. Not even from the ones that was in the yard.
For people who weren't even enough.
I didn't need it. There are cameras at every angle. Just because you don't know about them don't mean they're not there. And then, like, the good thing for me, a lot of the threats were caught on people's phones. So you can't say they weren't said. So when I did now I'm not going to say everybody else is going to be lucky like that. And I'm not going to say your situation is going to be like mine. It may not be like that. You may actually have the love and support that was standing before you before he died. You may actually have very good people around you. So I'm not saying just because they close their eyes, your relationship going to go like this. It is not necessarily true. Because to hear my story is still unbelievable, even to me. Some of the things that I know were being done. Some of the people I know are doing it that don't know. I know they're involved. I know who the actual link is between this household and that family. Like I said, if you sit back within your spirit, try your best to grieve. But I'm telling you ahead of time, what seems like protection at that moment, take a breath, sister. Take a breath, brothers. Because what may be coming for you in the form of support may not be support. It may be coming in the form of a takeover. So you got to be careful who you let come through the door. But am I grateful? I am. I watched him rally up to this house. I watched him burn the grass from throwing his truck up in here, all because of what he knew had been said. The only problem is you didn't tell me you was, but it's okay. It's okay. I prayed, but I need y'all to make sure your trusts are in place with your spouse, because the family is going to forget who you are. Now, if you mild and meek, this family right here would have told you a new baby. You ever watch those documentaries where a lion catch a kill, be it a zebra or whatever, and she thinks she got it, and right before her sisters come swarming in, these hyenas come out of nowhere, and you hear them laughing, making their little laugh, and then they just start coming in. She's trying to fight them off one by one by one, and they keep going till they overpower the kill. Okay? But see, in my case, it was going down just like that. It was like I was it was like they were overpowering the kill. The only problem is they didn't see the pride coming in from behind. I'm protected. God has me. God has me. If you are not of God, you can't touch me. My children haven't stopped. You understand me? The police haven't stopped, which I ain't got nothing to deal with no more. I took care of everything. Now the other names have not been added because I'm getting a different feeling behind those. I'm getting anger more than resentment and envy like the others. So when I talked to my baby about it, he said, Mom, he just basically just told me to step back a little bit on that one because we're all wet with this. And for some reason, this one is tugging on my baby's heart. So because of that, but I'm still in protect mode. I ain't lying. Every time I look up and see one or somebody around him talking to him, I'm like, you good? Because if you shake your head, and I got to get out that mode because just like I know I'm protected, he is too. And somewhere along the line, I forgot that. So even I got to apologize to God in just a little bit. I got to go to praying and say, Father God, I'm sorry that I forgot who you were. Just for a minute, I forgot who you were. So my baby is fine. We're going to be fine. Joe, he's gone to take a break. He's in Oklahoma getting to kick back and enjoy the beautiful scenery. No, he's not. He's in Arizona right now. So he's about to start traveling. As well as Stacy and I too. We got some things we got to take care of. But people, be it man or woman, do not allow anybody to suppress your role. If you was that person's husband or wife, when they closed their eyes, everybody should have been coming to you asking permission if they could do this or do that. See, what's crazy, like around here, I laugh because you quickly issued me to my door. And I've been trying to sit down and talk with him to try to explain the situation, to try to let him know that what he's standing on is basically zero. But I've been trying to sit and have a conversation, a calm conversation. Hey, bro, can I talk? Hey, bro, can we talk? So we can try to figure out how we're going to do this together. Hey, but all I keep getting is, woof, woof. So I just back up. So it made my decision about everything easier. I didn't do it alone. The other two, I talked with them as well. So two of us are in agreement. And we're working on the third, which we really don't have to at this point. But I want the three of us that share this roof to go back to sharing this roof the way it was being shared when all of us were here. When William was here and Mother was here. There was no closed sectors of this house. We did not have to ask permission to go to the other bathroom or ask permission to go to the washroom
To apologize.
to wash our
The
clothes.
only version of me.
So that is not how we lived. And that's not peaceful. So we're ready to go back to sleeping around here. We're ready to start. We're ready to start our grieving process. So for my people, I want you to know I do appreciate your stepping up like you did. The one that's tugging on my son's heart knows I got my eye on you. And that, not to say that in a bad way, is to say that I'm starting to understand you more. I see you, but I want you to know that this decision was not based around you, first and foremost, because you're a Virgo. It's too much. So we'd have been, this was nothing about you.
Let me make one thing clear.
We're gonna do what we gotta do, but
Don't raise my voice to prove
we're not gonna be rushed. We gotta have time to heal. Everybody needs time to heal. I'm gonna continue to keep this family in my prayers. And I'm gonna pray that at some point, those that are still within this dark energy somewhere find God again. But being a wife is hard, y'all. Cause it's like you become a you know them arrow boards? You become that arrow board. Because your protector, the man or woman that was here, that would have said, first and foremost, who you talking to? Because that belongs to me. You see what I'm saying? Oh, and that was something else I thought was funny. The little bass in the voice. When he got, oh, didn't I say, stay on that motherfucking porch? I'm like, you hurting right now. I'm hurting right now, so I laughed that off. But let me tell you something. I didn't take bass off of my husband. I didn't take dictation off of my husband. Nor did my husband try to dictate to me. So, for any man surrounding me, and I'm not just talking about those of this family, I'm talking about all of my men surrounding me. If at any point in your life that you really think that I'm going to allow you or any other man to woof up to me, to base up to me, I know who I am. I know the woman I am. So no, I don't accept bass out your voice. If it ain't coming out of speaker, you better drop your octave. But I let it go on. Strike one, strike two. And goddamn, that motherfucker slid. But God said, whoop, out of here. You're out. So, watch your people. And if you've always had some type of inkling about somebody close to you, then really tighten up on that rein, for real. Because whatever you feeling, chances are there is something behind it. So don't forfeit your feelings for no one. Hold on, y'all, I'm trying to light my smoke. Yeah, don't forfeit your feelings for anyone. You are important. You are somebody. And you are never alone. Because it does feel like it. Oh, it feels like it. And then when they start coming for you and you can't tell who is who no more, oh yeah, it does feel like it. But when I saw just a fraction of what me and my husband built, I knew I was okay. I saw our empire. Mimi, where you going? Yeah, I saw our empire. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And they listened to their mama. They listened to their mama. So I know I'm raising everything around me right. Everything around me respected me. Everything around me listened to me. And I appreciate that. Mama love y'all. But yeah, I would be lying to say that this is easy. I would be lying, y'all. Because it's a lot. Get your affairs in order right now. Make sure your insurance is locked in. Go ahead and make you a beneficiary, a secondary. Hell, in fact, make you a third-andary, a fourth-andary. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure this house stays in this family for generations after generations after generations after generations. Yeah. That was my promise. And that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, make sure y'all have your affairs locked in first and foremost. Talk to your family around you. Talk to your children. Tell them what your wishes are. Tell them what your desires are as far as your arrangements. What you will and absolutely will not stand for at your services. So, talk to your people. That way, when that one little sparrow or that one little crow pops that head up and say, "Nah, I know what my mama or my daddy or my grandmama would have wanted," you'll have a whole tribe to come in and say, "Oh, no, you don't. Because this is what they wanted, or she wanted, or he wanted." So talk to your people. Tell your people. I know they don't want to talk about death. Nobody want to talk about death. But they need to know your wishes. They need to know where you are as a person. What matters to you, even in your final days or your final moment. Because we have stepped away from respecting the deceased. So go back to talking to your family, y'all. Go back to telling your friends. You know, like I said, my sister sitting on this porch. She said, "Sis, you never said what your wishes were." I didn't even have to say that. My daughter did. Talk to your people. But don't let anybody bring you down a peg because they think that's where you're supposed to be. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you're now walking in the light of. Who you're standing for. Who you are honoring still. So don't allow it. Now me, I chose to do it a little bit different. I didn't know who was coming for me and who wasn't. So I had to sit back a little bit. Get quiet a little bit. And it paid off. So, be careful. Be very careful. Because you don't know. The very people that you have at your dinner table or at your holiday dinner table, coming in, kissing on you, loving on you. "Ooh, I love you, da 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 da." Them very same people, as soon as them eyes close, be the first ones hollering, "Oh, fuck him. Them my peoples." Them may be your peoples, but you can't make not one move without him or her. And let's just say both of them died. If you are a child of some descendants, don't let anybody take your voice. Now, if you're a minor and somebody got to step in for you, granted, that's what has to be done. But if you grown and been seeing about your people, don't let auntie, uncle, none of them. Yeah, them her sisters and brothers, but you was right there. That's your mama. That was your daddy. You're next. Don't let nobody knock you down and make you feel like you're anything less than what you are. Stay prayed up. Stay within God. Now tonight, y'all, that video will be the one that we need. But today's, I'm still standing. It's hard. I'm extremely blessed. Bills taken care of. We're fine. We're fine. We're blessed. And highly favored. Highly favored. I love y'all. But Base Mama, see y'all tonight. We're going to talk. We got some new subscribers that want to know some about, you know, the products and whatnot. So I'll come in tonight. We'll talk then.